Hey folks, Lester here, and I am live. I'm coming to you on StreamYard, and I like that. So that's able to pull in both of the Longhorn Lester channels. That would be Facebook and YouTube. And then it also pulls in, hold on, what did I just say? Longhorn Lester's Facebook, Longhorn Lester's on YouTube. And then I'm also able to pull in I'm a Survivor on YouTube. I'm a Survivor on Facebook does not allow StreamYard. So they give me issues. And I don't know why. I just don't. So we just haven't worried about that. But if anybody follows I'm a Survivor, there are some people, I will say this, there are some people that refuse to be anything, they refuse to have anything to do with Longhorn Lesters. And I hate that because there's some really neat things that are happening here. And I have said it before, and I will say it again, that this is my eventual retirement. And this is where I'll eventually find myself spending more and more time. I'll eventually find a way. You hear all these eventuallys. I'll eventually find a way to bring more of the babies who we all love over to here. There has to be some more land clearing, some more fencing, but we're going to figure it all out over time. As you can see, I'm sitting now I'm on the kitchen counter. And you have the living room behind me. I will give you a grand tour as much as I possibly can. We got a lot of work done this past week in the kitchen, which is I'm facing. And we have a lot to talk about, guys, and we will get there. We will get there, I promise you. But what I want to do first is I want to wish you all a very happy St. Patty's Day. And I even brought along a friend of mine who would like to sing to you all. I know that on a lot of the Morrow channel videos, well, besides cooking, why has everyone gotten into cooking? I don't understand that, why everyone is cooking these days. You see more cooking channels off of Morrow Hill than you've ever seen on any cooking show. Everyone is cooking these days. I'm not. I've not cooked yet. I did cook one time, and if you remember, those who follow the page long enough know that I tried my hand at cooking one time, and that was a one time only because what I made were donuts from my past. Donuts that mom used to make for us when we were children, when we were little kids. And I took such a beat down from all of the health nuts. And then all of the folks that were concerned with all the germs I was spreading through my donuts, all of the diabetes that's going to for sure be rampant in my family because of the donuts that I had made. But what I did in my one cooking video, and it would be interesting to see who all remembers that video, I took these donuts, which are actually biscuits. They start off as biscuits from the can. And I popped the can. I had gotten some butter flavored Crisco, and I heated it up over the stove. And once the oil, the grease, okay, fine, the shortening, once it was hot enough, the Crisco, I dropped my donuts or the biscuits dough into it. And I sit there and I'm having this great video and I'm turning everything all over and everything all over. And at some point, I pulled the biscuits out of the butter flavored Crisco. They were a nice golden brown. And I'm thinking that you guys are going to love this side of me. You're going to love this side of me, that I have this skill that you never knew I had. And so then I took those biscuits and I found I didn't have a paper bag, but what I had a whole lot of Walmart, the little plastic baggies from Walmart that we save. And so I took me a Walmart bag and I mixed some sugar, some brown sugar, and some white sugar. And I put those donuts, after I drained all the shortening, I put those donuts into that bag and I shook it. And then when I pulled them out, I put them onto a plate and I served them to my children. And my boys absolutely loved them. And it was a really neat thing that my mom used to do for us when we were kids. And my boys had them for the first time and they loved them. So I released that video thinking that, man, people are going to be really impressed that Lester can also cook some little treats here and there if he wants to. Ooh, was I wrong? Was I ever wrong? No, no one wanted to talk about the skills that Lester had. Instead, it was the fact that how dare I give my kids, feed my kids Crisco. And then it was the fact of all of the fact that I used a plastic Walmart bag when I did my shake and shake. And then the sugar, and then all the sugary donuts, just eating just straight sugar. Lester, you're just feeding your kids diabetes. You're feeding your kids diabetes. So it was a flop. That was an ultimate flop. I've had a lot of flops. I would say that in the 5 years of me making videos, I have had quite a few flops. And so, you know what? I says, that's the end of my cooking videos. But, you know, Jacob, my nephew Jake, has done cooking videos. I know Mom and Dad have done cooking videos. Uncle Dan and Lou have done cooking videos. You know, Sister Kim cooks all the time. I don't know. I can't recall who else has done cooking videos. I don't know if Stephanie and Buddy have done cooking videos. I don't know. But I do know that there's always a lot of cooking videos going around. And so, no, I will not be doing any cooking videos anytime soon. But I prefer to make my own different kind of content. Today, I'm going to show you guys around the part of the apartment here at Longhorn Lester's. We've got enough stuff done to where I feel like I can show you. And I'm excited about this. I will say this was a team effort. We've never had so many entities, different entities, helping on one project. But there have been issues with wiring, issues with, well, I would just say electrical in general, water, everything. We've had the wall behind me. You all know that was the most recent thing that Sister Kim worked on and got that looking really pretty for us. And so I would like to walk around and show you. I'm also going to swing by and have a little chit chat with Stella. You heard me right. Stella is here at Longhorn Lester's. Serena says, not the bedroom, Lester. Remember Jamie's rule. Yeah, well, number one, the bedroom is not finished. There's a bedroom and a bathroom combo. And so we are still working on that. So we have to finish it first. Now, even though Jamie would like to have a little bit of like, just give me, could I have anything just private? There's no way I can ever not accidentally give you guys a tour of Lester's bedroom. Yes, it is St. Patty's Day. So let's start off with that first. Like I've been saying, a lot of people have been singing. A lot of people have joined me on some singing videos. There's a lot of great voices around Morrow Hill. So let's start off first and foremost with a tribute to all of our friends in the great country of St. Patty. Here we go. This is our St. Patty's Day tribute. And I know it's Irish. I'm kidding. Come on, let's go hear Dan sing. Dan, we're coming to hear your song. Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling. We love this song. From glen to glen and down the mountainside, the summer's gone and all the flowers dying. Where you go, I must abide. Oh, Danny boy, just a bite. That's a great song, Dan. We love you. Mwah. Good boy. And great singer. You got a great voice. Want to do it again? Oh, Danny boy. Yeah, Dan, Donkey Dan has always loved to sing, and that's the only song that he knows. I've tried to teach him other songs, but Dan just doesn't have any interest. He likes the songs that have his name in them. And if you've ever had a song that actually mentioned your name, I know for a fact that that's probably been your favorite song. You probably know every word to it. But what I'm going to do when I get off of this live, I'm going to actually contact all of the singers around Morrow Hill and ask them all to sing Danny Boy, old Danny Boy. And then what we can do is have some fun with that. I doubt I can make, well, you know what? If I can get them to get onto that and do it today, I can build that video and have it ready by the afternoon. That's what I'll do. I'll build that video and have it ready by the afternoon. Today is Friday. Today is Friday, right? And so that's what I'm going to work on and see if I can get all of the great singers. You guys have heard how beautiful. Well, you've always known that Jamie has a great voice. Lately, you've heard Brienne sing. Lissa, which is Jake's girlfriend, can sing. My mom and my sister Kim can both sing. Me and Uncle Dan, we think we can sing, but me and Uncle Dan are the kind of guys that we can't sing in our voice. So what you hear now is my voice. When you see Uncle Dan's video, you hear Uncle Dan's voice. But for some reason, when we sing, our mind does something. We have some kind of a mind thing that takes over, and it makes us sing in what we think the sound of the actual song artist sounds like. I don't know why we do that. And so I don't know. So ultimately, I don't know why it is that that's what happens with us, but Dan and I both do that. And so Dan jokes and calls it his angel voice. And so fine, we just sing in our angel voices, but we have a lot of fun with that. It's nice to see so many friendly faces here, names that I recognized. I appreciate it when you come and spend time with us. I know that you have a whole lot you can be doing, but you find time to come hang out with us, and I appreciate that. Stephanie refuses to sing. Ellen says, what about Stephanie? Let me just bring that up so y'all know I'm not just making this up. So using StreamYard, I'm allowed to share things with everybody. I can share comments. So Ellen says, and Stephanie, well, Ellen, I'm just going to say that I have asked Stephanie to sing in every video and that we've made with singing, and Stephanie has refused. And the cute response is she's afraid that she would run off. She would run off all of our all of our subscribers. Hey, I will tell you a funny story. I will tell you a funny story. Okay, this is the best story of all time about Stephanie. Stephanie's going to be so mad if she knew I was telling this story. Hold on a minute. I am going to text her and see if she'll join me. This will be so darn funny. Y'all, can you give me 30 seconds to do this? Can you give me 30 seconds to do this? I'm just going to call her. It'll be a lot faster if I just call her. So Stephanie is my, she's not really my sister-in-law. Hold on a minute. Y'all want to hear? We're calling Stephanie. This is the Denman Homestead, Stephanie's channel. And unfortunately, it's just not going to ring. Stephanie must be somewhere where she's unavailable, and it's not going to ring. Darn it. I'll just send her a message. I'm going to say, do you want to join me on my live? Because I'm talking about you and Buddy. Buddy is her husband. Okay. And now it didn't even send it. So it's my signal. So I set the phone by the window while we are waiting to see if Stephanie would like to join me or not. Let me go ahead and unhook my computer from where it's at and walk around. It didn't send. It didn't send. So it's my intranet. Okay, it's sent. Let me go ahead, and if you guys see Stephanie jump in here, y'all let me know that Stephanie's jumped in, and then I will send Stephanie the link. And that will be so funny because I have the funniest story about Buddy and Stephanie. She says yes. She said yes. Okay, this is going to be great. Hold on one second. Go to my live, and I'm going to send you a link. You can click it and join. Okay. This is the funniest story. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's sent. So whenever you guys see Stephanie jump in here, let's go ahead and get Stephanie in, and let me tell this funny story. And then I will, when y'all see Stephanie jump in, it's going to be the Denman Homestead. I will send Stephanie a link. And so no one else join right now. This is just for Stephanie only. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to share with you the funniest story ever. This is going to be the funniest story ever. And so I'm still waiting for Stephanie to jump in. And maybe later towards the end of the live, if you guys want to ask some questions or anything. Hi, Bailey. If anyone wants to ask some questions or anything, then I'll be more than happy to let a few folks jump in. But let's get Stephanie through here. Who knows where she's at right this minute. She could be on the road. She could be at the house. And knowing Stephanie, she might want to go make herself up real pretty first. But here, Stephanie is here. Stephanie. So Stephanie is here. So this over here is Stephanie. Where's that? Where did it go? Stephanie, if you can hear me, and I know you can, okay. This is Stephanie's page, the Denman Homestead. Stephanie, I'm telling a funny story, and I want to make sure that I'm not lying about this. So what I'm going to do is invite you to join me. If you would like to, I'm going to put a link, and all you have to do is click that link, and it will bring you into my live with me. Now, Steph, I know that there's no prior warning here. I didn't give you a heads up ahead of time. I'm so sorry about that. But I thought I was talking about something, and I thought it kind of made a connection to a story that goes back with us. So what I'm going to do, Stephanie, and this is for Stephanie only. No one else can do this, y'all. No one else can do this. I'm not going to let anyone else jump in and take Stephanie's time. Stephanie, there's a link that I'm going to put at the bottom of the page right here, and you have to click it. All right, so Stephanie, if you will just click that link on your phone or wherever you're at, it will bring you into my live with me. And if you don't want to have your face, you don't have to, because everyone knows that I may have caught you at a really horrible time. But I do want to share this story, and I want to make sure people know that I'm not lying about this. There's Stephanie. Hold on one second. Let me bring her in.
Hold on, I gotta...
Can you hear me, Steph?
Yeah, I had to cancel out my other live to...
Wait, you were going live?
No, I had to cancel your live that I was watching so that it was like weird.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, how smart are you then to do that? So I need to ask first, what are you up to today? I see you have a bun in your hair.
Yeah, I just got back from the gym, so I look, like I normally do.
No, beautiful. Uh-huh. Everyone is saying, hey, sexy, hey, Stephanie. A lot of folks.
Gosh.
Yes. Stephanie, I want to talk about a story. Let me hide this link because I don't want everyone else trying to jump in on our link.
Okay.
Guys, it's for Stephanie only. I can't let anyone else in. Hey, Stephanie, I want to take you back to yesteryear. Do you remember? This was years ago. This is before I was dating Jamie. But there was this app that I discovered. It was called Smule, Smule, and it was a karaoke app.
Oh, yes.
Okay, you remember this. Okay, this is the funniest story. And if I start turning colors, it's because this is the funniest story ever. And I don't mean to embarrass you, but so the neat thing about this app, I don't know if it's still available or not, but it was a karaoke app that you could sign into, and it would play songs, and you and your partner, you could do it in partners, could sing.
Yeah.
And then Smule, the app, would give you a rating based on how well you sounded, based on whatever, all the chords, the notes, the pitch, or whatever. It would give you a score. You remember this?
Please tell me you don't have like a pre-saved, downloaded.
No,
Okay.
no, I would never embarrass. I would never do that. But the funniest part of the story is not anything that has to do with you or me, really.
It's Buddy.
Yes, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So for the longest time, me and the sweet lady that I was dating at the time, now like I said, this was years ago before Janie. This was years ago.
Yeah.
We had challenged all of the other couples around Morrow Hill to see who could be the best karaoke singers.
Yeah.
And so at some point, we had challenged Stephanie and Buddy, and it went back and forth. Sometimes you guys would win, sometimes we would win. We had a lot of fun with it. But just like everything else with apps, sometimes they begin to get old. And so we've kind of lost interest in it. I know that you lost interest in it. But about a month or so after we had introduced you guys to the app of Smule, you told me a really horrible, horrible story about something that happened with your husband, your beloved husband, my nephew, Buddy. Do you want to tell it, or do you want me to? Do you even remember? Oh my God, Stephanie. Okay. I'll have to tell it, and you just said that I'm not lying.
I just remember that he did a recording and you thought it was fake because he did this like reggae, I think it was like Bob Marley, but you didn't, but I don't know what this horrible, maybe just jog my memory.
Okay. So what happened is, at some point you were working a full-time job. Well, so was Buddy. You've always worked full-time jobs, but you would have to go to bed. But Buddy had fallen in love with this app, and he was staying up way, way too late. And he had met some guy, and him and this guy had formed their very own duet or duo.
Yes.
Buddy and some random guy from Jersey or from somewhere ended up meeting up in some kind of a battle, and they liked each other's voices. So your Buddy and this guy began to, every night after you and the kids had gone to bed, Bud would go to the office and he would go to the app, and him and this dude, random dude, would sing all night, battling other people on this app that I introduced you to.
Yeah.
Now, let's hear your story of that.
Yeah. I do remember walking in at one point because he wasn't coming to bed, and he was singing with another man in the office. And I was so confused. I do remember that. Yeah. And he was like, I knew that he was having fun and a good time, but it just like was like so funny that I caught him like doing this thing that I'm sure is like super embarrassing for him, but he was having a good time. And yeah,
that kind of reminds me of that one commercial about Jake from State Farm, where the guy goes downstairs and he's talking real quiet to Jake from State Farm because they're open 24 hours. And the wife like walks in. She goes, "What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?"
Yeah.
And he goes, "Khakis." And so I'm thinking that Buddy is probably the same way. He's over there singing, having a good time. Him and some dude have met up.
Come here, Buddy.
Oh my God, Buddy's there. That's even better. That's even better. We're talking about you, Buddy.
Do you remember when we did the singing for the karaoke app and you found a friend online that you would sing with? Yeah.
What was his name, Buddy? What was his name? Or what was his screen name? The Golden Ox, or did he have some kind of a crazy screen name?
I cannot remember.
You were like super hooked to that you like you're into.
It was really cool. That was a cool app.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun, that app that we had. But I told Stephanie that all of us got tired of the app. At some point, apps get old and you kind of move on to new things. And yet you had found this passion in singing. and you continued to use this mule app late at night after Stephanie and the kids had gone to bed. Stephanie had walked in on you one night because you had not come to kiss her goodnight or whatever, and she found you and some guy in there battling. Yes, I know. It sounds it's that's the truth, buddy. Admit it. It's not a lie. No, we're not lying here.
I think that's a little more dramatic, I think, than how it actually happened. But yeah, it was close enough.
Someone says music is a universal language, buddy. And so I'm guessing that you and Pedro, or you and whoever the guy you met up with, found that y'all had something in common. Was he even from the States, or do you remember?
No, I think he was actually from Central America.
So you guys found a way to meet and battle other folks and stuff.
Yeah, we sang Bob Marley songs.
Oh, y'all would sing Bob. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, and so that's the part, Stephanie, where I thought that it was fake because I didn't know Buddy could sing like that.
Yeah.
Bud, I'm sorry to embarrass you, but there actually are close to 3,000 people. We're on StreamYard, so we've tied all of our pages together. Would you like to share with us any Bob Marley, anything that you know? Because no one's ever heard you sing here. Or is that asking for too much? Is that asking for too much?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to put you on the spot, but I do know that you also play the guitar, and so everyone needs to know that you're a man of many talents. Just one thing that you should do, and I'm sure I'm reading it over here in the comments, is make sure you kiss your wife goodnight before you go online and do whatever people do online throughout the night. Okay.
I agree.
Everyone is screaming that you sing, buddy. Everyone's saying they want to hear you sing, but I'm not going to make you do that.
Yeah, maybe we'll unveil it later at a later date. We'll do a singing unveiling.
Yes, we all do that. Well, good. So, Stephanie, I will not keep you. I want to thank you for joining me on short notice like this. So if you don't know this StreamYard app is one that I use that can combine all of your platforms together into one. And it also allows you to invite people to come over and stuff like that. And I can even go to the bottom, and I don't know if you can see on your phone or not. Can you see?
Yeah, Rose, yeah.
Yeah, so I can actually click on people's comments, and they will, they want to hear Buddy sing Old Danny Boy.
Old Danny Boy?
Old Danny Boy. Because it's St. Patty's Day, Stephanie. Y'all not doing all that green. You're wearing a green shirt, aren't you?
I am wearing, it's underneath this one, but I am wearing a
You're wearing your green?
Yeah, I'm wearing my green.
That's cute.
Some Irish tunes. I know he does.
All right. Well, I'm not going to embarrass you guys on camera more than I already have. But I'm glad you got Buddy back. I'm glad you were able to win that battle and get him back from whatever man he'd met up with.
Yeah.
Singing is a powerful thing. And when voices connect, Stephanie, when voices connect, there's magic that can happen. And so for all the magical moments that Buddy and Joaquin shared, I'm glad you guys were able to finally figure it all out, and Buddy was able to say his goodbyes.
Yeah.
Now I'm hoping that Buddy doesn't think, you know what, that was fun, and him go reconnect at some point. That would be worse, because then it's going to be all blamed on me for bringing all this back up.
You know, one of our videos that's coming out, I think in 2 days, Buddy talks about you and some memories that he has with you.
Oh my gosh. Buddy, keep them clean. I'm trying to build my image up a little bit online. I've had some slumps. I've been in some slumps. I'm the guy people love to hate. And so as of right now, I feel like I'm doing pretty good with everybody. I found myself in a pretty good spot. And I hope that you don't just throw me back under the bus and just put me back into that hole.
They're good memories.
Yeah. We were doing a Q&A between he and I said, you know, one of my questions to Buddy was, what is your most fondest memory? And you were in it. So I won't spill the beans on it. So people
I have to just ask, Buddy, does it have anything to do with our trip to Las Vegas, when we took you to Las Vegas and we were making prank calls to the brothels?
No, but I do remember that one. I do remember the questions about toothpaste and things like that.
Do you want to tell that? Do you want to tell that story before I let you go? Stephanie has no idea what we're talking about, and you're about to cry laughing right there.
Okay, so when you walk through the streets of Las Vegas, there's all these flyers, right, for like call women or whatever. They're just out in the streets.
How old were you?
I don't know how old I was at that time. What, like?
It doesn't matter, Stephanie.
Yeah. Maybe
what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, Stephanie.
So then when we got back to the hotel, Lester was making prank calls. And he was back then. You remember the Jerky Boys? That the Jerky Boys was like really big back then, right? So we all listened to those prank calls, and he would just be like, He would ask these companies or these ladies that you call, like, he would say, "What about toothpaste? Are you into toothpaste?"
Yeah.
They would be so confused, like, with these questions. It was great. Those are great times.
We've had some great memories, and some of the Las Vegas memories are my favorite. But yeah, that's a great story. I can't wait to watch your video. And buddy, tell us real fast, what is your channel mostly about? The Denman Homestead. Tell me about it a little bit for the folks who have not already gone over to visit.
Yeah, so the Denman Homestead is it's a kind of a mixture, but it's mostly just what we're doing around here with the land, with the garden. But then there's also just stories, because I like to tell stories. So there's story time. And then we have, I do some bushcraft things in the woods. I know you've shown before my little fort that I built back there with the kids.
Yeah.
So I'm doing little things like bushcraft type things in the woods, beer brewing. And then Steph has lots of crafts, right? So she does lots of homesteading crafts, and we're going to be doing canning and all kinds of stuff. So it's really just all the stuff that we've been doing for years, and now we have a platform to share it with.
I admire the fact that whatever you guys seem to get into, be it karaoke or whatever, y'all normally find a way to come together and make it a passion of both of yours. Right. But how hard was it for you to do beekeeping? Because I know Stephanie has always done the beekeeping. I don't picture you being the kind of guy that likes being around flying, biting insects.
Yeah.
How hard was that for you to join her in that passion and help her when she needs you?
I really enjoy honey, right? So I love honey. I put it in my coffee, biscuits, whatever. I really like honey. So that was kind of what made us want to get into it. We were like, hey, let's raise our own bees and let's have honey. But then as Steph started learning more and more about it, there is just so much to beekeeping, and it's super interesting. And I kind of got hooked, just from her learning about everything. I kind of got hooked with it. And plus she needs help to those bee boxes, those beehives, they get super heavy. So I couldn't really get out of it. It's not like I could just be like, no, I only want the honey and you do all the work, because it just didn't really work that way. So I just I got into it for the honey for sure, but I stayed for the knowledge.
That's awesome, bud. Well, for the longest time, she had the bee suit and you had to just find ways to gear yourself up.
Oh, yeah. just like when we first started playing paintball, and we were out there with Jason masks and football helmets and fireman coats,
whatever it takes. All right, well, thank you, buddy. I have to ask Stephanie one last question before I let you guys go. Stephanie, is it that beard? Is it that beard that you just love about that guy? Because Buddy has some really neat hair and beard. He has every man's dream. Facial hair, head hair. And do y'all ever do man buns for Buddy?
He's not into man buns so much. Oh,
see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you see what I'm talking about?
Can you slow-mo that for me? Can we slow-mo that one?
Give me an herbal essence, like that's a different channel. I think that's like OnlyFans.
Oh, that's an OnlyFans channel. Okay, so y'all find additional ways to pay your bills. You got to pay your bills. Send someone to school. You're going to send someone to school eventually, so you got to do that for school.
Yeah, I'm about to take advantage of that hair. No, I really like his beard. I told him, please don't ever shave his beard. But the long hair actually started during COVID. He never ever really had long hair. He always kept it really clean shaven, or short, but COVID happened and then everything shut down, and then he just started to kind of grow it out. I cut the boys' hair myself. Like I cut Connor and Caden's hair, and I would offer to cut Buddy's hair, but he was like, no, I don't think I want you to cut my hair. I guess he just didn't trust me. But he started growing it out, and it just never stopped, and now it's glorious.
It is glorious. That's the best way to describe it. Everyone's asking who's Buddy's son, and that would be Sister Kim's oldest son. And so if you guys have not already done so, go check out their channel. I put it at the bottom of the page here. It's called The Demon Homestead. It is on YouTube, and they have some really neat stuff, and you can see Buddy's hair all the time. He also goes sleeveless a lot, and not that those are my favorite videos, Stephanie, or anything, but listen, I have a little bit of envy, and uncles can be envious. Sure. But I do want to warn you that I did get a collaboration idea recently of a company that would like to work with me and help me restore my hair to its.
No way.
Yes. And so there are many folks saying, don't do it, Lester. And there's others that are saying, do it just for the comic, because we can't wait to see you and see what it actually does. And so, but my goal is to have me a man bun one of these days, and we will see how that all goes.
My only concern for you doing that would be like, I don't want you to get cancer. And I just feel like, you know, I need to research what they're going to do to your head before you allow them to like mess with it, because those things, you know, you just never know what they're going to like inject in you.
No, that's true. And all they want right now is a hair sample. And I'm like, well, that's not going to be easy. So I don't know what we'll do, but I could get a sample from Buddy, send it in, and they could probably just give me a Buddy style hair. That would be
great. Oh yeah.
We'll talk more about it though. Well, Steph, thank you for jumping in with me.
And is there anything
you want to add about your channel? We let Bud have a little spiel. Anything else you want to add?
No, he did it. My main goal is to help people be more self-sustainable in a eco-friendly way, and using, you know, simple products, simple ingredients that you can do on your own, and and just be, you know, live a healthier, happier lifestyle and be more self-sustainable and rely less on the government. Because
when I pass by your house, and I do that every day just to see what you're doing, you just can't help but say to yourself, I say to myself, think about the peace of mind you have, knowing that you have the power to do these things.
Right.
So and we don't mind saying it, in the world that we live in a just in case scenario,
yep,
you guys your family, your kids will not go hungry.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
A lot of folks can't say that. And so it's beautiful what you do and what you're able to do. Go ahead.
Really quick. Do you remember years ago, and I'm pretty sure it was you created a map. You created a drawing of the whole area for an apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you mapped it all out, and you said what we were going to do, where we were going to go, what we were going to do at the river. I wonder if we still have those plans.
Okay, so funny story on my end. I don't mean to keep you, but so you're right. I've always been kind of a prepper type.
Same here.
Before Hurricane Harvey, I had prepped for everything. I had special bags where I could put my electronics in case of an EMP strike. That means it would not let all of your electronics short out. I had food stores. I had a cache of just food with rice and beans and all the staples.
Mm-hmm.
I had, you know, obviously guns and ammunition, because we can all hunt if we have to. And I had everything planned out for a just in case scenario, except there was one thing I had never imagined could happen, which would be flood.
Yeah.
And so when Hurricane Harvey happened and all of our property was flooded, my home, you know, got 6 foot of water. I lost all of my prep materials, everything, all of my boxes of prepping was just, you know, my bag of beans was like one giant chia pet. They had all sprouted. And so I had this huge, what was a 20-pound or 25-pound bag of beans was now a 100-pound chia pet.
Oh my gosh.
So I had to roll out onto with a dolly. And so at that point, I'm like, you know what? That's how Mother Nature's going to get you. You can't prep for everything. And so we had all these great plans of how we could protect ourselves. And when I mean, listen, I had a moat. I had it all planned out.
You did. Ammunition. Who was going to shoot who? Like we had stations. We had
Yeah, Stephanie, you're
everyone
embarrassing.
was gonna take turns on.
I'm embarrassed. Go ahead. Yeah, guard duty. We all have roles and responsibilities. We have those.
Yep.
We have to, because only communities will survive. So single people would not survive long at all. You have to have a community of people to survive. And I thought we had a great community.
We do. Yeah. No,
I
I thought that was super cool because I am on the same, I have the same type of prepper mentality. It kind of bothers Buddy a little bit, I think, because, well, I don't know. Maybe it does.
Well, I mean, you only have so much storage.
You do only have so much storage, but I just feel like there's always more I could do to prepare. I don't know. Plus, with Harvey, there's the PTSD with hurricanes and don't touch the water. I'm storing the water, or it's just sometimes you just kind of get a little. I need to learn to relax a little bit, but with the garden and the chickens and us brewing our own beer and always expanding and always learning new things to be more self-sustainable. That's my thing. That's what I'm passionate about. And I want to share that with everyone else. And I want to teach everyone else those traits too, not to prepare for zombies, but with COVID, the world shut down. People couldn't go to the store. Well, if you had your own access to make your own soaps and your own cleaning products and your own hygiene things, and natural cleaners where you couldn't find Clorox, bleach was off the shelves forever. But if you knew how to clean and disinfect with natural ingredients, you didn't need that stuff.
Yeah.
So sure. I'm just passionate about that, and I want to share that. And that's a long story short, a version of my take on the channel.
That was pretty long. That's pretty long, Stephanie.
I'm sorry.
I'm teasing you, obviously. Yeah. So any more prepping ideas of mine will have to all be on stilts, so we can get at least 6 feet off the ground. So we can still do all those things, but we're going to garden off the stilts now.
Yeah.
So
vertical gardening. That's the thing.
There you go. All right, guys. Nice seeing you both. Great talking to you, Bud. Thanks again for the whole hair thing.
Yeah.
I'll replay that in slow-mo later. I'll deal with all that, but that's between me and myself. So, all right. We'll see you guys.
All right.
Thank
Bye.
you so
Thanks, Lester.
Bye, guys. That was wonderful. So what I can do is, so Stephanie, let me find this and hide this comment. Trina agrees about something. I'm guessing it's about how to find yourself in a bad situation. Guys, I know what you're doing. You're saying, Lester, come on, just give us the darn tour of the apartment there at Longhorn Lester's and show us Stella. And we're going to do both of those things right now. But no, seriously, if you guys have not already had a chance to go by on your YouTube and visit with Stephanie, the Dimon Homestead, you'll be surprised at how much neat stuff she and Buddy do. And she's also, they're a great Christian family. They raise their kids right with morals. They make their kids do chores, which was a problem that I never made my older son do. And it's just a really great family. And I've always loved Stephanie and Buddy. Buddy was my oldest nephew, and he and I truly have been through some adventures together. We've had a lot of fun growing up. And I don't really mean to make this personal as far as Buddy's story, but Bud, his dad wasn't around a whole lot. And so both me and my brother, who we call Uncle Dan, had a very large role in, I feel like, helping raise Buddy as far as the man side, being around men. And I think that kids need that. And so for Buddy, who has a father, but his dad was not around a lot, was able to always come to either me or Uncle Dan and learn what being a man is all about. And Buddy is a great man. He's a lot better man than I am. And I admire Buddy for what he's turned into and how mature he has been. A great father, a wonderful husband. And he's a pretty damn good singer. He just needs to learn to, when his wife goes to bed, you follow her to bed. That's something that Buddy should learn. If your wife goes to bed, you follow her to bed. Now, if you want to wake up later and go sing with Joaquin from Central America, that's one thing. But spend time with your wife first. That's one thing I probably never taught Buddy. I'm kidding. All right, let's have us a little walk around. Now, listen, I can't take you through.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I just finished my call, and I literally just heard you say, follow your wife to bed. Do you want to tell people that you mean do as I say, not as I do?
Do as I say, not as I
I
do.
don't know what's on me.
Do as I say, not as I do. So the issue is, at my age, I have a little bit of a problem with knees, shoulders, back, neck. I hurt a lot. And so sometimes I will always say good night, sweetie. I'll give her a kiss, but I have to stay either right here on this couch behind me, because if I go to the bed, I'm wide awake now. I'm wide awake. But here's what's more important. Who wakes up beside you every single morning, touching with their leg, touching your leg, their arm around your waist?
Christmas.
As
You
if,
want to know why?
Go
Because
ahead. I'm
somebody
sure
is still
you're gonna tell
asleep on the couch in the mornings most of the time.
I'm about to give a grand tour of the
That's all
apartment.
I wanted. It was good to see y'all. Going back to work.
Jamie's working. Okay, so everyone just kind of ignore the last 2 minutes of what you just had to witness there, because that was totally uncalled for. Yes, do as I say, not what I do. Okay, everyone's saying, Lester, you've been busted. And yes, I've been guilty of, you know what? I'm gonna have to hold on, babe. Can you come here for a minute? Hold on a minute. Hold on 1 minute. Jamie, can you come back?
Yeah, I got like 3 minutes.
You got 3 minutes. I want to have a rebuttal.
Oh, okay.
Sit down here.
Oh boy, you're really delaying the tour.
I am delaying the tour because everyone's saying that, Lester, you're busted. Fine. Maybe I don't follow you to the bedroom, but could you describe the hour that we have, at least an hour before you go off to bed, here on this couch behind me? Do we not always watch a show together?
We do.
And then at some point we will end up laying down, sometimes spooning side, like same end, sometimes reverse end.
Mm-hmm.
And in that, I normally will say, hey, give me your leg.
Mm-hmm.
So I will scratch your legs. I'll massage your feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yes or no?
He does.
So can't that not really count?
I
towards
only
me?
was standing up for one statement and said that's it. So
Well, it's true. So maybe I don't follow you to the bed, but it's because if I get up from my comfort zone on the couch where I've been so comforted by rubbing your feet, and then if I go to the bed, it's going to wake me up. That part's going to wake me up, and then I'm going to lay there for 3 hours. That you know that's true. So what I do is, when I'm already in my zone and I'm like, I'll be there soon, I'll be there soon, and I go ahead and fall asleep. Sometimes I'm there within the hour. Sometimes I'm there by 6 in the next morning, but I'm always there.
we don't go anywhere else. I'll give you that.
No.
Like you're not like
I go to
out
the kitchen
or-
sometimes and cook in my sleep.
oh my
But-
God, yesterday, I'm sorry. I have to tell them because yesterday was one of those mornings where I had to be up early and I got up earlier than Lester came to bed. Fine. When I got up, I start making noise because I turn on the coffee pot. It beeps when it's done. I let the dogs out. I get, yes, thank you.
Look what Alabaster 512 says, on the couch, under the sheets.
So yesterday I get up and I'm like, what the hell happened in here? And he just goes to bed and closes the door, and I'm up for the day. I had early calls, everything like that. There was mustard out, and it wasn't just like sitting out. No, it's like out with the lid off and like 2 little dots on the counter, a plate in the sink that clearly
I like to dip pretzels in mustard. I don't normally do that, But when I'm
But you threw the pretzels in the sink and covered them with water, and there was still mustard. Like, so the water hit the mustard, and mustard like went everywhere. Then on the coffee table, it's like somebody poured out a bag of chips and decided they were gonna like lay on them on the coffee table, which probably was just like you reached in and it slung around from a dog tail or something like that. But it was an explosion in this house that happened between the 1 a.m. that I woke up on the couch and went to bed and the 7 a.m. that I got up. Some horrific ambient like disaster happened.
Where's that comment at?
What?
Guys, I'm gonna blame it. It's drug induced, and it's
really
not
is.
like dope drug. It's not a dope drug. So there you go. The Ambien makes you sleep, eat, and do funny things.
There were marshmallows on the counter, which I still don't understand because you don't eat marshmallows. There was like cups, like so many cups. I don't understand it.
Here's what I really like more than anything else. Any other comment? This over here should just shut it all up. Diane says, hey, no explanations necessary. Every couple do their own thing, y'all. Every couple do their own thing. And so Buddy and Stephanie can do their thing. And all I can do is sit back and laugh at it while he goes off and sings karaoke with Joaquin in Central America every night. And then you and I can do our thing while I go in here and dip marshmallows in mustard or whatever I do. And you can go in there and spoon with Christmas. I don't know. But we all have our own thing. But we're here. We're here, aren't we? We're here.
Yeah.
And so we're going to make it, okay?
It's going to be fine.
I'm going to give my tour of the apartment now. And I promise I'll stay out of your bedroom and bathroom for now.
My office too.
And her office. Okay. So someone says hashtag, let's just meet in the middle. And that's what every couple has to do. All right. So let me go ahead and get up and we're going to, I don't think I can turn my phone around the way I can with I have my laptop. So I can't turn it around the way I can with my phone. But what I can do is go right over here to the floor. And then I'm going to put that right there. Let's keep that up right to there. Then I'm going to walk around. Sweetie, I'm coming to lay with you. Look. Oh, my goodness gracious, love. Look. Oh, boy, everybody wants to see you. They're saying, how are you feeling over there, Stella? How are you doing over at Longhorn Lester's? And I said, she's doing good. And she's probably wondering why I'm crushing her right now. I'm trying not to. I'm trying to get comfy. But Stella's doing good. Christmas and she get along real good. Christmas and Stella get along great. Fiona is being very sweet to Stella, but Millie is not being so nice. Millie is not accepting of her. And so what we're having to do is keep Millie and Fiona out in the shop, and we're letting Christmas come in and hang out with Stella. As of right now, they're all out and about. Only Stella's inside here with me. You going to get up? Where are you going? Oh, you're going to shake your ears and show everybody that your ears are working? Okay, you can do that. That's fine. And you're going to leave me now? You're leaving me now. Okay. So let's continue our little tour. So that's the corner right there where Stella has found to be her favorite corner. We put a little blankie down, a little rug, and she can kind of lay right there. She does have food and water. And then I take her outside for walks. We made a really neat video this morning of she and I going out for our first walkabout. And she's going to be fine, y'all. She's going to have a tough road ahead of her. So I don't want to make any. I'm going to have to put the phone down. I can't hold the laptop the same way that I can my phone. But I don't want to make light of the situation that she's about to undergo a really tough routine of heartworm regiment, and it's going to be tough on her. It's going to be very tough on her. It's going to be especially tough on her because she's not in the best of health. She's not in the best of health. And also, she and Christmas both have what they call, or they refer to, high density heartworms. And so the fast kill method is one that we're going to have to try to keep her cardio to a minimum. And but I'm not going to beat around the bush when I say that it has been very known to us, and anyone here who has dealt with heartworms knows that high density heartworms can kill your dog. And there are many dogs that don't make it through heartworms. And so our vet yesterday gave us the okay to go ahead and start the treatment. And so we're going to do that. But we are just, we're going to love her, y'all. We're going to love her with everything we have. My phone is ringing, and that may end up making me lose my signal. So if you'll give me a second. I had turned my phone off until I called Stephanie, and now it's ringing. Give me one moment, please. So let's not make any mistake about it. We love Stella, and we're going to love her, and we're going to keep her as comfortable as we can. And we certainly hope that we're going to beat these heartworms. But she's not as healthy as what Christmas is. Christmas is doing really good. And so we're going to start that treatment together. They took their first dose this morning. And I can't say that it's affected her at all yet. And so I don't know exactly how it's going to work. But it's a morning and nighttime procedure. And all we can do is try to limit the activity. And that will kill the heartworm itself. What you don't want is for them to end up having a lot of cardio activity. And with that rushed blood flow, can end up pushing those heartworms into the lungs, out of the heart and into the lungs. That's what you do not want to have happen. That's why it is essential that we kill the heartworms, but we don't let the blood flow push them down out of the heart chamber into the lungs, because that's how your dogs die. And so so just know that we love her, and we're going to give her every minute of our time, and we're never going to give up on her. And we're doing what we have to do. And that will be with her and Christmas. Now with Buddy, he doesn't have a high density heartworm the way these two girls do. So we're going to try a little bit different approach with Buddy. And we're also not going to have to do it here. Our initial plan was to do all three right here together in the shop. But we're going to go ahead and do Christmas and Stella right here inside the apartment at Longhorn Lester's. That way we can keep them in a climate controlled area. She's like, not on the lips, Dad, not on the lips. The head is fine, not on the lips. And I'm like, okay. And so, and don't forget that along with her heartworm treatments, she's still struggling with, skin issues, ear infection, and a lot of other things. So we would ask you to please keep them in your thoughts and in your prayers. And we love her so very much. And we're going to try, guys. We're going to try everything that we can to get her to full health. But she has a long road ahead of her. Okay. She has a long road ahead of her. But Jamie and I, one of us will be here every morning and every night to make sure that we love on her and do all that we can. And then Jamie and Dr. Cochran, they talk on a regular basis. And if we see any issues that we can get vet help with, we will. Okay. And so that applies to both Christmas and Stella. Like I said, Christmas is a lot healthier, so I'm not as concerned about her. So this is our living room wall. This is where we have our TV. Sister Kim built this wall. and helped us decorate it. Now, if the horns are not unlevel, I'm standing at an angle where you can't really tell, but everything has been laser leveled up. Yeah, so everything is fine. Everything's centered up right over there. And then I like this behind me over here, the fireplace and the mantle. Jamie decorated all of that and got all that done up. Now, the stone work was already done. The stone work had already been done when they began to frame in the apartment. But Jamie did all of the decorations and stuff. And then, of course, the mantle was done. And this is a really neat living room. And then my favorite wall is the one here behind us, where we have a picture of the kids and their girlfriends, of course, Lex. And Jamie did all of this decorating also. But this over here just is a gorgeous room. And then I'll just kind of spin around, and then now you can see the kitchen area here behind me. There's the ring light that I was using a moment ago to kind of help with my video. But we installed the refrigerator and we had major issues. As a matter of fact, I shouldn't even show y'all this, but I hooked up the water wrong. Jamie's brother helped with a lot of the electrical. And then when I rolled the fridge in and I hooked up the water line, there must be a leak. So this morning I woke up and there's water all over the floor, and it's not pee-pee, it's water dripping from the back of the fridge. So what I have to do is later pull it out and then maybe get some kind of tape or something and fix that. We have a bar, like a kitchen counter area. The house apartment area is too small for a dining room table, so there's no dining room table. Let me just stand in this corner over here. You might can see the entirety of the room. And so that's sort of how you look. That's the view that you see when you walk in to the front door area. And so that's great. And it's small. In this morning's video, I talked a little bit about, you want to go outside, baby? So now we'll show you how it looks when we walk out the front door. Come on, sweetie. You want to come outside with me? Come on. I don't know how far I'll get a signal. Come on. You want to come potty? Come on. So this is coming out the front door. Of course, over there, we got all of the RV and our setup. And then over here is the big yard area. And so it is a really neat setup. That's Carl's spot over there. You can see Carl at the fence looking over here. And so, well, Stella's like, nope, it's too cold. I'm going back in. So we're going to walk right back in with her. Now, I will also show you a room that was already done. We can't take any credit for this. All we've done is a few small things as far as decorating and stuff, but the washer and dryer and the shower, I don't know what you guys call that, a linen closet, and all of those things were done before. That was all done from Dub and Sharon. Isn't that beautiful right there? And then what's really neat over here is the shower that they had. It has 3 different shower heads, and I've never in my life experienced being showered 3 different directions all at the same time. And that's been a lot of fun. So Stella might want to go into the shop, but I don't want to do that right now because that's where we have Millie and Fiona. So once again, this is our little apartment area, and it's been a work in progress for quite a while. But it was nice having Jamie's brother here. He helped a whole lot with the electrical, getting all of our outlets and stuff working. There was we had a really bad mix-up in wiring. As a matter of fact, even today, you ready to hear this? Even today, if you turn on one of the lights in the kitchen, the garage door goes up. Yeah, that happens. You turn on one of the kitchen lights and the garage door goes up. And I don't know how that happens because I can't imagine those being anywhere on the same wiring. I don't know how they could be. But so there are some electrical issues that we will figure out with time. Hi, baby. And so Jamie has, through that door right there, that's not a bedroom. It's a very small, like an 8 by maybe 8 by 16 room, no windows. So she kind of made it into her office. So, when she does her Zoom calls, she can put a virtual background. So even though there's not really a background behind you, just a wall, she's been able to put a virtual background so that she can still do her Zoom calls from inside the small office. So she's able to be here, and one of us can there's no reason why we ever have to leave, besides for the other animals at I'm a Survivor. Hi, sweetie. She's looking over the couch. She's like, yep, and I can even get on the couch and no one gets mad at me. And she can. We don't care. She can even go on the couch and no one's going to be mad at her. Sweetie. Hi, baby. I love you. Enjoy your nap. So if you're saying that Stella's trying to tell me she has to potty, guys, I opened the door and I walked out with her. She walked as far as the door, looked around, and she turned around and come back inside. So maybe I'll walk out with her in a moment or so. But anyway, and then the bedroom door over there, that goes into the bedroom, and that is still a work in progress. We'll finish that up, and then at some point I'll sneak you in there when you see where all the magic happens. Yeah. No, we're having fun, taking our time. This has never been a priority. The fact that we've always had I'm a Survivor where our home is at, and that's where the majority of our animals were at. That was always our priority. So we never made the construction and the completion of the Longhorn Lester's apartment anything of priority. But what I would do is take every month, and that's where I would spend my YouTube monies, and I would just devote X number of dollars to having someone come do this or do that or whatever Jamie and I could do on our own. Sister Kim did several jobs here for us. The hardest thing was keeping it low key because, as a video creator, you video what you do, you video what you're having done. And even though you can't do every job, we just wanted it to be kind of not take all of the focus off of the animals and focus on this. Now comes the fun part. There are big changes in the works. For anyone who's still sticking around, there are big changes in the works, and nothing that you haven't already been hinted about multiple times, over and over and over and over. And so those that have followed the pages long enough will know what those big changes are. But I will not announce that today. It's just some stuff that we have to work out some fine details. But I will say that I am so much at peace. I have so much peace, inner peace, and I feel so much closer to God here when I'm here. And so it is my desire to eventually make Longhorn Lester's be my forever. But a lot of things have to fall into place first before that can happen. Obviously, Lex is only 11. And so I would never leave Lex without a room, a home. And so we would have to, I guess, don't make me go into all the details. We've already spent our hour together. And but anyway, lots of things are happening. I'm going to go ahead and get off, though, and take Stella on outdoors. Let her walk around with me a little bit because she is kind of moaning. She may have to go potty. I want to thank y'all for watching, spending time. Okay. Spending time with somebody is one of the greatest things you can do. You guys make sure that you go by and say hi to Stephanie and Buddy. The Denman Homestead is their channel. They would appreciate that. And you never know, you might learn some stuff that could also help you in the zombie apocalypse. Okay. And if nothing else, you can look at Buddy's wonderful hair as he does that slow motion stuff. Stella, I'm coming. Guys, I want to say thank you for watching, and thank you for being a part of the live. Thank you for loving us. Thank you for accepting us. And stay tuned. There's a lot of neat things happening here at Longhorn Lester's. And baby, boy, she really wants to go. Have y'all? I gotta go. I can't get onto another subject. I gotta go. I actually gotta go. Thank y'all for watching, and we'll see you guys soon. I'm coming, baby. Bye, guys. Thank y'all.